whatever I had in, my part in everything. It's just for too long I kept my mouth quiet.
Right.
Like my whole 4 years, anything that went wrong, I took the blame for it.
Right.
And I did it with no problem.
Yeah.
He took a lot of heat for them 4 years, man. Everybody
Your sophomore year was...
Sophomore year was pretty good.
Who was your other coordinator?
Whip. But the thing is, I should have probably been out for the rest of the season. I played North Carolina. Mind you, we only lost one game at this time. We ranked like number 9, number 8 in the nation. We was balling. I was up for the Heisman. I tore my UCL in my thumb.
I remember
throwing
that.
the ball, Marvin Austin.
Yeah.
I remember he hit me. He was first round talent.
I remember that.
And my finger got stuck in his helmet. I was coming down and it snapped. So I'm sitting down there. I'm like, I'm trying to shake it, and it's like I can feel it coming out. And I go to the sideline. Mind you, it hadn't swelled up yet, so they're like, "Nah, it's okay, it's okay." I'm like, man, I can't feel nothing. Then go out there. I'm talking about, I can see the receiver right here in front of me. I try to throw that thing to him. The ball end up over there.
Who was the backup?
Who was the backup? I think it was AJ Highsmith that year.
AJ? Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was AJ Highsmith.
Yeah, because Marv
had transferred. Everybody transferred.
Listen,
Cannon Smith, Taylor Cook, and Robert
That's
Marr.
right, because y'all did come. You came in
Once I
with
became
3
the
different
starter,
quarterbacks, right?
out of training camp, I had beat him
Kenny
out.
Smith's dad was like
FedEx.
He owned FedEx or something
Cannon,
like
my boy.
Yeah?
Cannon, my boy.
And it was another one. It was another tall one that played baseball.
Taylor Cook.
Taylor
Cook was like 6'7".
Yeah, he was tall.
6'7".
Listen, man, 1 year at Florida State, I was at Florida State. This is before I had football, but I was on the sideline. And I was there. I got to the game late. I was trying to find my seat. And if you ever been outside of Florida State, it looked like a damn state park or something. It looked like a dump inside of Florida. But inside of the stadium, the shit is beautiful. And it was that night. And I could not find my seat. I don't know why I kept going back and forth. But when I walked in the stadium, and I saw the stadium and this shit lit up at night, and the motherfuckers chopping, I said to myself, man, we finna lose. Yeah. Like, how do you win in some shit like this? You know what I'm saying?
That first game of the season, 2009, Labor Day, that place, that was the best place I ever played. I'm talking about.
I think we're talking about the same game, the Travis Benjamin.
Yes.
Listen, when I walked in that I looked around and I saw this college atmosphere, like a real college. I was like, holy shit, we got Jacory, this motherfucker's young. We finna lose. Because how could we win? You know what I'm saying?
No, it ain't.
How could you win in an atmosphere like this, dog? I didn't realize it's that hostile. To actually see it, I didn't realize it's that. One thing to hear it when they play it here, the band play it here, but when they play it at the stadium and the crowd is chopping and shit, it's like, man,
it give you butterflies.
This is a lot.
I went out there. I remember I think we got the ball first, and I remember the formation and all that. Formation, the play, we run a screen to JJ, Baby J. A little play action, and he came by a little slip screen, and he broke for like 15, 20 yards to set the tone. But that stadium pregame, and then how it start though.
You gotta respect
all you hear is the
fool.
drums. All you hear is drums and doom 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 doom.
You
and
gotta
you
respect
looking
it,
around,
fool.
you like, what's going
You
on?
gotta
Like it's like a
respect it,
coat, like, and then you
gotta
just see all the.
respect
I ain't even finna do that.
Yeah.
That's illegal. That chomp is illegal. But you gotta respect it, dog,
Right.
because they start doing the little war chant and their little chomp.
Yeah.
And everybody on the same page. You just see the arms, and it's a wave of people doing it.
And I had saw it during the day, that Sean Taylor game. At night, it was a totally
different.
It was a different
That place was
feel.
rocking.
And I just thought that it was like, goddamn, like we finna lose. Like we young, how are we gonna win? And man, maybe a couple plays after that, man, you caught Travis Benjamin.
Man, let me tell you, Travis was
shit was coming right to me too.
Whip. So that was Whip's when Whip first got there. Nobody got film on what we finna run.
Right.
Nobody know what we finna run. Whip had a lot of good plays, like gadget plays, unbalanced offenses, where we have like center guard tight end right next to me, and that's the play that Travis caught that corner out in. But then Florida State was so predictable that year. They ran
defense.
They ran 2, 3. They ran one coverage, 3 different coverages: cover 0, cover 2, or cover 2 man. That was it. And I'm talking about it was spot on.
Yeah.
Like you ain't have to think. It was spot on. So it was like in certain situations, you go out there and 3rd and 5. I'm like, all right, they got the 2 shell. I nobody coming up. They front and run cover 2. Go
Were
out
they
there.
good? Were they? I can't remember. Were they good then?
They were decent. They
Yeah, they
had
were
Christian
decent.
Ponder. The year before they was good.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christian Ponder.
But then after we beat them that year, they ended up being just decent. But they
Yeah.
had Christian Ponder, and he we just couldn't stop him running. He was running all over.
Yeah.
Because look, as with Miami, University of Miami, DB's great. So our DB's locking everybody down. But then we got good DNs as well, and our D lineman good. But everybody trying to get to the quarterback. So now he got lanes when you run a man to man. He got
was running
lanes to
that
take
night,
off.
yeah. Right.
So he was just running all over the place. But
Right.
that game, it was like picking them apart. It was easy.
They had a superhero on that field though.
Number 5, Greg Reed.
My God. Out from
Greg Reed.
And he was a midget.
He
He was
was
like
this
5'9".
big.
You remember Greg Reed?
Greg Reed.
A superhero,
A
dog.
dog.
You
He
remember-
got 2 picks. He got the 2 picks I threw. One I got hit in my elbow, and I must have got hit straight on my funny bone, because then I started taking snaps afterwards, and I couldn't feel my hand. So I remember they was like, all right, I told AJ, I was like, AJ, you gotta go.
Yeah.
I can't do nothing. Mind you, we losing like 28-14 at the time in the 4th quarter, and I'm like, man, you gotta go. And he was like, all right. So I see him warming up. AJ come over there. He asked me. I'm sitting on the bench. I'm like, I'm not going in. I'm not going in. I can't feel my hand.
What AJ said?
AJ said, hey, you sure you can't go in? But I think he was my boy.
Yeah.
So he was worried about me, because that's my boy. And I was like, I kind of looked at him like, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go in.
What you saw?
What you mean? That's my boy, man. That's my dog. AJ,
Listen,
my
we
dog.
just said it was a hostile environment,
It was
dog.
hostile.
Listen.
And I wouldn't want to be. I'm gonna be honest with you. Just like they put me in as a freshman against Florida,
Yeah.
I didn't want to be in that situation.
Right.
And I kind of had that look at AJ. Like, I'm looking at him like, dang, he a true
It's
freshman.
okay though. I get
First game
it's
of the
growing
season.
pains. Right.
I'm like, you know what? I'll get in, and if anything happen, I'm good. I'm built to take.
You
this
end up
blame.
winning the game though, right?
Yeah, we won that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we won that.
Yeah.
Then that's when I threw that corner out
To Travis.
to Travis.
Yeah, that was beautiful. That was beautiful.
How many times you don't watch that highlight? Where the commentator says, I don't watch the highlight. The
I done
commentator
seen
be like,
it
oh
a
my.
million
Oh
times.
my.
Yeah. I done seen it.
He like, oh my.
Because Travis wasn't even supposed. I'm gonna tell you what was the beauty of playing with Travis, is that you don't have to look at the coverage to know that he's open. The play wasn't built for him.
Uh-huh.
The play was just basically double smash route, and his play action with fullback. So we had unbalanced. We on the right hash. It was an unbalanced right. So now I got the guard and the tight end. Tight end got a corner route, and that's what I was supposed to go to based off leverage.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling my corner route, I'm like, hey, if they give us man to man, you 1-on-1 with a linebacker. This yours. It's
Travis
like,
Benjamin, 1-on-1 with a
No.
linebacker.
This
Oh.
my tight end.
Oh, okay, got you.
So, and it's a play action to the right, come out of the play action. I look, and instead of my tight end taking an outside release on the linebacker, so he could bend off on that corner and be wide open, he goes inside. Nigel Bradham pushing him down, and now the safety right over the top of him. So it threw my whole vibe off, because pre-snap I was like, I'm going to the tight end,
Right.
Because I know based on coverage, even no matter what, he's going to be open if he just outside release.
Right.
And when I turned around and I seen that, I was kind of like, oh crap, I ain't never worked on going backside, because I ain't never had to in man to man.
Right.
So I'm like, you see me as I do it, I'm moving up in the pocket, but it ain't fluid. It's just like all over the place. But I see Travis, he like this, and I see the guy like right on the side of him, like right on this side. He had a safety over the top. In my mind, he doubled. That's why I'm like, oh, okay, I see him. But then when he cruising, and I see him go, when I seen his head go down, I say, maybe he telling me something without telling me something. I'm just gonna launch this shit. And somebody was coming to hit me, so I just threw it. I don't know how. I just threw that thing.
That just gave me chills.
Yeah, it gave me chills looking at it, cause I was like,
What?
I'm telling you, that was the beauty of playing with Travis. You just see them dreads, you know when he think he open. So if he think he open, I can't see I see two guys right next to him. That's all I see is two guys and him in the middle. Mind you, they got leverage. I could see that. But when he dug, I said, oh, he finna run past them. And I threw it.
He was so fast.
He was fast.
Right.
I threw it, and that thing dropped right in between the two of them in there.
So
I went to talking my shit to Bobby Bowden.
Sure was.
The whole
Let's get
game.
into the science of that play, bro. Listen, what you're talking about is a play is how long? 5 seconds?
Yeah. If
But in your mind, you're talking about 3 seconds.
Yeah,
3 seconds, you saw all
that.
saw that. And so Travis has to run, say I'm open, I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna look back and hope that Jacory saw what I saw.
He didn't even look back.
No?
He didn't look back at me.
No.
Travis,
No, I'm saying once he get open, he has to look back for the ball.
Back for the ball.
So he's assuming that
He assuming I'm finna let this thing go. He just ran to a spot. All right, his corner route was aimed at the front pylon.
Yeah.
Cause we was like, I'll say about 50 yards down the field. So his corner route was aimed at the front pylon. But I brought it down a little bit. I could have kept him up, but then that DB probably could have came over the top.
right.
So I'm like, dang, this ain't gonna be no touchdown. But I hope I keep it in bounds enough where he can get his feet down.
Right.
So I don't know how your arm and your eyes based depth perception, being a quarterback, some throws you make and you like, I don't know how I kept it in bounds or how I did
That's
this.
crazy. You the quarterback saying you don't know how that works.
I don't know how that works. It just, because I never look at the ball as I'm throwing it. I keep my eyes on the target and it helped me. And it's like my arm, it goes there every time. I could throw a go route and then catch a DB in stride as long as I keep my eyes focused on the point that I'm looking at.
Right.
And that's what happened. I was like this, and I threw it, and Travis ain't look up until he was like already digging, and then he finally looked, and then when he looked, it was just there.
Right.
It was there.
And that was to win the game.
That was to get us in a position, to win, because then I handed it off to Baby J,
Yeah.
and he ran it in for a touchdown.
You was there?
Nah, I wasn't there. I was watching it on TV, and I was in my head. I was like, I was happy, and then I was like, well, damn, why Travis ain't just going in? So, but then I ain't noticed like, okay, when he caught the ball, he only had like 2 steps left.
He barely got his feet
before he
in.
got out of bounds, and I was like, damn, he could have scored, but like you said, it was so beautiful, man. When you seen that ball in the air, and I just knew he was gonna catch it. I said, yeah, Travis just ran by everything.
I didn't think it was gonna be in bounds.
No.
That was the thing. When I threw it, I'm like, dang, I threw this out of bounds.
The commentator was like, oh my. And every time somebody started talking trash about Jacory, I send him in. I'd be like, dog, this was Jacory was.
Man, that man threw
I
some
say,
beautiful passes.
I said when Jacory got there, Jacory was ready to play.
Yeah.
And